Okay guys, take a look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Absolutely delicious. Hello cherry lovers, I'm back and I've got another great recipe. This one is garlic parmesan chicken and potatoes, and the way I found this recipe is that my daughter happened to come by and she said, Mom, we tried this really great recipe and everyone loved it. She said, you have to try it on your YouTube channel. So I said, okay, I'll try it. So I went out, got the ingredients, cooked it up, and everyone loved it. I invited my niece over and she took all the leftovers home with her. So I know it's a great recipe. See you shortly. Okay, we're going to go through the ingredients in this recipe. We have here in this container 1.5 pounds of chopped chicken breast. As you can see, the pieces are chopped. They're about bite-sized pieces. You don't want them too big and you definitely don't want them too small. Okay, in this container, I have chopped russet potatoes, about 4 large russet potatoes in this container. And as you can see the sizes of the pieces, try to get them as even as possible. Can't always get them all that, but just closely as you can to same size so that they will cook evenly. Also, I, as you can see, don't have any skin on these potatoes. You can use skin on these potatoes. The recipe actually calls for skin on. I know that the skin is healthy for you, but I'm not particular about the skin. Also, when you use these potatoes, when you buy the potatoes in the store, make sure you check them for blemishes and rotten spots, because a lot of times there are spots that needs to be removed so that it doesn't end up on your plate. Okay? Okay. Next we have extra virgin olive oil. You want to use 4 tablespoons, measured 2 tablespoons in one and 2 tablespoons in the other. And next, in this container right here, I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And here we have 2 tablespoons of butter, and this one right here is a 12-ounce bottle of Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic sauce. And in this cup, there's a heaping 1 cup heaped up of mozzarella cheese. Now, those are our ingredients. And now I'm going to show you how to combine the ingredients. Stay tuned. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is I have here my large pan. It's actually my cookie sheet, but this is what I'm going to use. And I've got some paper here, parchment paper, want to put on there. And the first thing you're going to do here is add the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you may not need quite 2 tablespoons. It depends on how many potatoes you have. I've already added a little bit, so I'm only going to add a little bit more to my potatoes. And then you just want to mix that up really good. Make sure you get your olive oil in there. And then in the container that I showed you, where I had 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of paprika, and then a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to put that on there, and then we're just going to mix that up really good. Make sure that all of your potatoes are covered really well. And this recipe, when my daughter showed it to me, she showed me a video online, and it looks absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, some of you guys have probably already tried it or at least seen it. But it is a really good recipe. Be very, very careful. I don't care if you are a high salt person or not. If you like a lot of salt or not, do not use a lot of salt in this recipe. That's why it's only 1/2 teaspoon going into the potatoes, because the garlic parmesan sauce, it's got quite a bit of sodium in it, and you don't want to over salt it or you will not like it. Because I have to tell the truth, the first time that I made this, I did that. Added a little too much salt. Okay, now these are all completely mixed up here. You need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Wait till it gets to 400. Mine is already at 400. So I'm getting these pretty covered in here. And now you're just going to pour them onto the pan and spread them out. Some people use this in an air fryer. I'm using too many potatoes. My air fryer is not this big. So I decided to put it in the oven. And depending on the size of your potatoes or how many you use, you can double the recipe. But depending on how many potatoes, then you want to set your timer to cook these. I tried it once following the recipe, and the recipe did not cook the potatoes to the softness that I actually want it. So let your potatoes cook anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. Check your potatoes after about 35 minutes and make sure that they're fork tender. And that's all you need them to be, is fork tender. They're going to be kind of crispy, and that's how you want them. So it's okay if they're kind of crispy. You're going to pop them in the oven again, 400 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes, checking them at 35. Okay, I'm going to pop these in the oven and I'll be right back as soon as they're done. Okay, now we're going to take our chicken, our cubed up chicken pieces that I showed you in the picture. We're going to add the other olive oil to here. And you might not use the whole 2. I've already put some in here, so I'm sure I won't be using the whole 2 tablespoons. But then you just mix it up really well. Now, try to remember, as I said before, now what we're going to do is, we're not going to use a lot. We're just going to use, there you go, a sprinkle. And we're going to use the same way with the black pepper. And you'll notice on this part, I am not, now that won't even open up. Let's see. Okay, we'll just use this part. Just a little sprinkle of black pepper onto your chicken. Mix it up really good. Just a sprinkle. And if I had to measure it, I'd say about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. And then you're just going to add it to your melted butter. As you can see, I've already added the 2 tablespoons of butter in here. Put your heat on medium. And just kind of mix that up. And let that cook all the way through. You want to make sure that your chicken is not raw. And this will take about 10 to 15 minutes after you get it in there and spread out really good. Let it cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. Stir it up. 2 or 3 minutes. Stir it up until it's completely cooked through. Make sure it's not raw in the center. And then, after we get this nice and stirred up and completely cooked, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to assemble the rest of the recipe, which is really simple. So stay tuned. Okay guys, the chicken is done. Mine took me about 10 minutes. Just try to make sure that it is completely cooked, which is 165 internal degrees, but this is what it's going to look like. Now it has quite a bit of liquid in there from the chicken, so what I'm going to do is pour some of it off right here into this container, because I don't want it to be too much when I go and add the other sauce. So we don't want too much. It's okay if I have to add some of this broth into here. So now we've got this all cooked up and it's ready. What we're going to do now is take the potatoes out. They're nice, tender. Remember, fork tender. I've already tried a couple of them. So the next thing you want to do is add in your potatoes. And remember, you didn't see me put any salt into that chicken. You might be wondering why. Well, she's just not going to put any salt on the chicken. Again, that Buffalo Wild Wing Parmesan garlic sauce is plenty salty. And I'm going to try to get all of these in here. And I'll try to mix that up real quick here some. Good size skillet. Now the reason I'm using my cast iron, because I didn't have another skillet that I could stick in the oven, because you got to just pop this in the oven under the broiler for 2 or 3 minutes just to melt the cheese. That's it. Okay. Let me put some more of these potatoes in there. And if you got a larger pan that'll go in your oven, that's perfectly fine too. Okay. Now we're going to add in the garlic Parmesan sauce, and I want to show you something here. This is very, 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 very thick. So what I did was, because you'll notice once you get it all in there, that it's got quite a bit of stuff left in there. So get you about 3 tablespoons of water and put it inside the bottle. And shake that up really good. And that'll help get more of it out. And that's all you do. There's the sauce. And then you want to mix that up. Stir that up really well, coating all of your chicken, coating all of your potatoes. Doesn't that look wonderful, guys? That looks and smells amazing. Too bad you don't have smell-o-vision. But again, we just want to kind of cover all of the potatoes and all of the chicken really well. And once you get everything completely covered, let's put this on broil. And while that's heating up, we're gonna keep that completely stirred up so we can cover them. Oh, that just looks amazing. Now, we've got all of that stirred up and mixed. We're gonna take and sprinkle our Parmesan cheese evenly as possible all over. And the next step, of course, is just to pop it into the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes. And that's exactly what I am about to do. And then I will show you. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, take a look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Absolutely delicious. Okay, guys, now we have our taste tester here. And who is our taste tester? Larry. Okay, we're gonna let him taste test it and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, Larry is my taste tester, of course, and he's gonna try my new famous garlic parmesan chicken and potato recipe.
Hey, I was gonna say that too, but my tongue got tied, so I told her have her do it. But anyways, I'm gonna try this new recipe she's got. She told me I gotta eat some salad with it.
Yes.
But I'm gonna eat that salad after I get done eating this. But I will eat the salad, I promise.
So that's a really good thing you can do, guys, and that's simply pair it with a salad or any vegetable that you would like.
Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Potatoes, chicken, and as they call it,
sauce.
B-dub in it. Wow. That is good. That is everything you can taste. As for her, she likes stuff spicy. Myself, I can taste the spices, but it's very good. Very, very good. Matter of fact, this is how good it is. So anyway, if you guys like this video, right here, hit that thumbs up, like and subscribe. Tell Joyce how you like it, because she makes good recipes and you guys will love them too. So like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye now.